Fall is officially here. It's already a bit chillier outside. Leaves will soon start changing colors, and pumpkin spice lattes are available at your local coffee shop. But for Jonathan Pinto, the arrival of fall is about more than the arrival of the PSL. He's here to share his latest tasty food discovery. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, Arms.
I understand that you were in Thetford. That's eastern Lambton County. So what were you doing there?
So I was at Twin Pines Cidery and Orchard. So basically, apples, not pumpkin spice lattes, are my favorite fall food. I'd heard really good things about this place from some people in the farming community, so I thought I'd go and see it for myself. Every part of the cider making process happens here, orchard to glass. The coolest part for me was the pressing room. So after a huge crate of apples are loaded, they're dumped onto a conveyor belt. They move along into a cleaning station, which involves water and brushes. Then the apples are elevated into the actual pressing area. The resulting mash is pressed through rollers with the juice pumped into tanks.
So what kind of cider are we talking about here?
Well, Twin Pines does produce a small amount of the non-alcoholic stuff, but what drew me here and what my farmer friends spoke so glowingly about is their award-winning hard ciders. So a few years ago, one of their varieties actually won Best in Show at the world's largest cider competition in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
So what makes them different, say, from other hard ciders?
Well, as I mentioned, the fact that they do everything on the farm is pretty unique. Most cider makers don't have their own orchard, so this allows them to experiment with different types of apples, because when it comes to really good hard cider, you don't want to use just regular eating apples like the Gala.
You can make a hard cider with it, and you'll actually get the alcohol out of it because, of course, there is a lot of sugar in something like a Gala. But it's almost insipid, bland. It doesn't have a lot of those background flavors, and this is where your apples really play into it. And so all the different cider varieties all have different flavor characteristics. You can almost break it into a quadrant. There's sharp, there's bitter sharp, there's sweet, and there's bittersweet. And all of your cider apples kind of fit somewhere into those quadrants.
As a result, these hard ciders are a lot drier and less sweet than your typical Strongbow or Somersby cider.
So how can I try this cider?
Well, a number of restaurants and bars across the province, including here in Windsor-Essex, carry Twin Pines cider. But if you want to enjoy this at home, you'll have to make the drive to Thetford, as they're not in the LCBO. They're at 8169 Kennedy Line. I'll also put a link to their address on our website, cbc.ca/Windsor. There's a tasting room there, other Apple-related products, and this weekend they're actually hosting an Apple Festival with activities for the entire family, so it might be worth the drive.
Sounds good. Jonathan, thank you.
You're welcome.
Jonathan Pinto is CBC Windsor's Food Dude.